Audio 1.1.
Communication between people from different cultures involves far more than simply understanding each other's words. For communication to be successful, we need to be aware of others' rules of conversation, like how far apart we should stand, which topics are acceptable to talk about, or whether it's okay to interrupt a person or to be silent. Getting these things wrong can lead to misunderstandings or even cause offense. So let's look first at the question of personal space. How far apart do you stand during conversation? Well, this varies widely between cultures. In North America, the average distance between two people who are not close friends, who are engaged in casual conversation, is 45 centimeters. But in Western Europe, this distance is a little less, 36 to 40 centimeters. In Japan, a respectful distance is considered to be around 90 centimeters, whereas in the Middle East, a distance of 20 to 30 centimeters is the norm. You need to get these distances right. Stand too close, and you might make someone feel awkward. Too far away, and you will give the impression of being distant and unfriendly. Another important aspect of cross-cultural communication is the number of silences in a conversation. Most Europeans and North Americans avoid long silences. For them, silence suggests something negative. It can mean that you feel uncomfortable or shy or angry, or that you are not interested in the topic. But in some East Asian countries, for example, silences are perfectly acceptable. In fact, silence is seen as a positive thing. It shows respect. It shows you are listening. Voice volume also differs greatly between cultures. People from South America, for example, or Southern Europe, tend to speak more loudly than people from Northern Europe. It is easy, for example, to think a group of people from Brazil are having an argument, when in fact, they are just having an enthusiastic discussion. In some parts of East Asia, on the other hand, people speak more softly than either Europeans or Americans. Another key to successful communication between cultures is knowing which topics are appropriate to discuss. Different cultures have different rules, and it's easy to put your foot in it by asking the wrong questions, particularly when making small talk with people you don't know well. In many countries, like China, for instance, it's very normal to ask somebody how old they are or how much they earn. But a person from the UK, for example, wouldn't feel at ease with these questions. Questions about somebody's political views are also not appropriate. Safer topics of conversation would include questions about where they are from or about sport. And, of course, the weather is also a favorite. And finally, I'd like to talk about gestures, the signs we make with our hands. Although many gestures have the same meaning the world over, there are a few common ones which can offend people in some countries. The "come here" sign, made by curling your finger towards you, is extremely rude in many countries, including Slovakia and many parts of Southeast Asia. In the Philippines, you can actually be arrested for making this gesture. And then there's the thumbs up sign, which in many parts of the world means well done or I like it. However, in some countries like Greece and countries in the Middle East, it can cause great offense.
Audio 1.2.
I've been working very hard lately. Have you been waiting long? How long have you been here?
Audio 1.3. 1.
Have you been practicing your English much this week? Have you been practicing your English much this week?
2.
Have you been having a good day? Have you been having a good day?
3.
Have you been watching any good TV programs recently? Have you been watching any good TV programs recently?
4.
Have you been spending much time outdoors lately? Have you been spending much time outdoors lately?
5.
Have you been going out much in the evenings? Have you been going out much in the evenings?
Audio 1.4.
How many whistling sounds are you familiar with? There are quite a few in common use, aren't there? We whistle when we want to get someone's attention. We whistle to show our appreciation, at a concert, for example. And then there's this whistle. But did you know that on the Spanish island of La Gomera, there is an entire whistling language? This language has existed for thousands of years and is still spoken, whistled today. Listen to this. Extraordinary, isn't it? Have you any idea what the conversation was about? Well, according to the translation I have here, they were discussing a party and one was asking the other to go and get a musical instrument to bring to it. The language is called Silbo Gomero, the whistling language of the island of La Gomera. Last year, I decided to go to La Gomera to find out for myself.
Audio 1.5. Conversation 1.
Hello, am I speaking to Mrs. Helen Carter?
Yes, speaking.
How are you today, Mrs. Carter?
Fine. Who am I speaking to?
I'm calling from the Northern Energy Company, and I would like to inform you of a superb electricity deal that we are offering.
No. Can you just stop there, please? I'm not interested.
You're not interested in saving money on your energy bills, Mrs. Carter?
No. I'm not interested in buying anything from you. I don't take sales calls. So would you remove my details from your database, please? Thank you. Goodbye.
Conversation 2.
Well, Joe, it's been great talking to you. Thanks a lot for calling.
My pleasure. It's been good to hear all your news.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But listen, I'd better get off the phone. I'm still at the office and I've got a ton of work to do.
Yes, I'll let you get on. OK. Listen, before you go, tell me, do you ever see anything of Clive?
Clive? Yes, I see him occasionally. He's fine. Anyway,
We used to have such a laugh together, me and Clive. I never hear anything from him these days.
no, well, he's pretty busy. Anyway, listen, Joe, I've really got to get off the phone. I'll give you a call soon. We'll get together for a drink or something.
Yes, that would be good. We could go to that place down by the river. What's it called?
Yeah, we'll work that out when we speak. OK? Cheers, Joe. I'll be in touch. Bye.
Conversation 3.
Hello, is that Sarah Fox?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hello, this is Steve from the garage. Just calling to let you know that we've had a look at the car and we estimate that it's going to cost £550 to repair the engine. So if you'd like us to go ahead with it, could you...
Sorry, Steve. Just bear with me a moment. Rosie, let Thomas play with the balloon, please.
It's my special birthday balloon. I just
What?
to play with it for a little
Yes,
while.
I know it's your special birthday balloon, but I told you've got to share.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
stop it.
Yes, $5.50 did you say? Well, yes, that's more than I'd hoped, but if it needs to be done, then,
Give it to me, Rosie.
sorry.
Oi!
Oi! Children, stop that! Steve, look, I'm going to have to go and deal with this. I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time. I'll call you back in a few minutes.
That's no problem at all. I'll wait to hear from you.
Please.
Conversation 4.
Hi, Rafa. Thanks for getting back to me. Yes. I was just calling to talk through the agenda for the management training day next Tuesday. Yes. That's right. Yes. 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 Sorry? Sorry, it's just that I can't hear you very well. I'm working from home today and the coverage isn't too good here. Yes. Sorry, Rafa, you're breaking up again. Could you just say that again? Yes. Yes, I'll contact the managers about that. Yes. Rafa. Sorry, I'm losing you again. Could you do me a favor? Could you call me back on my landline? You've got my number, haven't you? Cheers.
Audio 1.6. 1,
I don't take sales calls.
2,
Would you remove my name from your database?
3,
It's been great talking to you.
4,
I'd better get off the phone.
5,
I'll let you get on.
6,
I've got a ton of work to do.
7,
I won't take up any more of your time.
8,
Just bear with me a moment.
9,
I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time.
10,
Could you just hold the line?
11,
The coverage isn't too good here.
12,
You're breaking up.
13,
I'm losing you again.
14,
Could you call me back on my landline?
Audio 1.7. 1,
If an email is confidential, should it be shared with other people?
2,
Do you cross out a word with a rubber?
3,
Do stationery shops sell envelopes?
4,
Can you CC somebody into a handwritten letter?
5,
Does an emoticon show your feelings?
6,
Is an instant message the same as a text message?
7,
Can you keep an inbox on your desk?
8.
Do you put a postage stamp inside an envelope?